Hello, everybody. Welcome to Daily Devotions today on this Wednesday. Just first of all, just thank you. I really appreciate that you're willing to spend time with me on devotions and listen to what I might have to say about texts when we post. So, thank you for that. So, today we're going to be in Mark chapter 10 again, and we'll just continue spending time there. Today I guess I'll just read the beginning part, and we'll go from there. Mark, the 10th chapter. Jesus left that place and went to the region of Judea and beyond the Jordan. And crowds again gathered around him, and as was his custom, he again taught them. Some Pharisees came, and to test him they asked, "Is it lawful for a man to divorce his wife?" He answered them, "What did Moses command you?" They said, "Moses allowed a man to write a certificate of dismissal and to divorce her." But Jesus said to them, "Because of your hardness of heart he wrote this commandment for you. But from the beginning of creation, God made them male and female. For this reason a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. So they shall no longer be two, but one flesh. Therefore what God has joined together, let no one separate." Then in the house the disciples again asked him about this matter. He said to them, "Whoever divorces his wife and marries another commits adultery against her, and if she divorces her husband and marries another, she commits adultery." And we're going to stop there. I know the text goes on for Jesus blessing some little children, but today, what was on my mind as I was reading this text was this beginning part. Some Pharisees came, and to test him they asked, "Is it lawful for a man to divorce his wife?" That's the part that grabbed my heart today for scripture, because this is, for Jesus, this is a deeper issue than just his teaching on divorce. They're actually trying, and I said this on Sunday as well, I think they're trying to figure out what his whole interpretive way with scripture is, how he does interpretation and uses scripture in general, not just about divorce, but about anything. And so I think it's a really powerful text in that way, because we see what Jesus ends up doing with this text is he raises up a couple different things, and one of them is, "Because of your hardness of heart, Moses wrote this commandment." And then the second one is, I'll just lump them all together, this idea by the end that the woman has the power of divorce as well, which wasn't something that they had in Jewish law. Only the men could divorce their wife. The women didn't have that power. So Jesus makes the women equal. So there's something going on there in scripture that he's doing. But today, let's just think about some Pharisees came, and to test him, they asked. What I was thinking about today is, isn't everything a test? And I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean the positive spin would be the negative spin might be everything's a test and we succeed or fail. But the flip side would be everything that comes our way is an opportunity. So for Jesus, this was an opportunity to shine God's light on humanity, to shine God's light on people's brokenness, but also on God's presence and God's vision for people. So God's vision for men and women is that they are one, and one meaning equal in this sense, that the woman becomes raised up in the cultural structure of the day so that she had power along with the men. Now that's not how it operated, but that's what Jesus is doing. So there's an opportunity there. And I was just thinking about that for me and for you, that every moment's an opportunity to somehow shine God's light onto others, or shine God's light onto God, shine God's light where God is and see God, or into our own lives. And so testing might be looked at as succeeding and failing, and I think that's valid. But when we flip it around as an opportunity to succeed, or an opportunity to live God's way, an opportunity to show God's love, it took on a whole new meaning for me in the present moment. And I wanted to share that with you today and see if that maybe resonated with you, and you could maybe look out into your world and see those opportunities, those tests of our Christian faith and character and life out in the world. And Jesus, I think, gives us in this particular space a little bit of um, guidance or modeling in terms of he sees the space in this law where someone is hurting or less than, and he raises them up. And maybe that's a guide for us as we take those opportunities and challenge ourselves to pass those tests of faith and love out in the world where we see other people and see their pain and see their struggle and interpret the law and interpret God's ways that way according to what they're experiencing and see how that works and how that feels. Thanks for spending some time with me today, and I hope you have a blessed day.